Limited amounts of water in drought years like this mean that irrigators don't always have enough water to complete the irrigation cycle. Dr. Rose Brodrick from the CSIRO Narrabri discusses irrigation management techniques with limited water.
One of the things that we've been looking at is sort of looking at the forecast and seeing if we can, when it's forecast for lower than normal conditions, and there might be a cool front coming through, can we safely stretch an irrigation and hopefully capture some rainfall? And it looks like we can, and so strategies like that are good. Or the other thing is to focus the water on that key area between flowering and cutout. So we know that early season and late season stress have less impact on yield. So sort of consolidating and being really focused on making sure the plant has enough water in that critical period, and then perhaps stretching irrigations either side of that.
I suppose the storages, I mean this is fairly obvious, but the storages give you a good indication of whether you're going to have much water for the coming season.
Yeah, well, growers in most of the valleys are probably before planting, they're making those sorts of decisions about what area they plant and what their strategies are. The last couple of years what we've had though is we've had hot dry springs, which can mean that you're faced in a situation where you might have thought you had enough water, but you might be running out of water. And with most crops probably approaching cutout earlier in those seasons, so towards the end of January, you might, if you're faced with a situation that you've sort of run out of the water that you budgeted for, then we know that you could probably safely stretch past cutout and maybe cut one irrigation or stretch the last two irrigations out to be one.
What are the potential dangers of actually doing that though if you're lengthening the time between your waterings?
If you do that in that critical period, you can lose up to 3% of yield per day of stress. So that's between sort of peak flower, peak bulb through fill out to cutout. Past cutout, we see that drops right off, and the risk or the impact of stretching irrigation out is longer, which is why we sort of say try not to stretch irrigations at flowering if you can, and provide the plant with the water it needs to set that crop, and then stretching it out at the end or running out at the end seems to have less of an impact. So there's a lot of information in Water Pack, which you can find on the web, and that was updated recently last year, no, the year before in 2013, and so that's got up-to-date information about scheduling irrigations and some of the things I talked about. The Cod Assist tool, crop development tool on the web is also really useful. You can see how your crop is tracking. So if your crop's stressed, you can see where it's tracking, and also I was talking a lot about cutout. You can see how close you are to cutout, and there's information there for predicting sort of late crop development. And you can contact me or there's extension staff around water that are focused on water as well.